Have you ever found yourself haunted by words you wish you hadn't said? Do you often navigate through conflict stemming from verbal exchanges? Are you seeking the path to inner tranquility through mastering the art of speech? These are common dilemmas that permeate our daily lives. In today's discourse, we embark on a journey to unravel the intricacies of controlling our speech, steering clear of contentious topics, and embracing the serenity akin to that of a practitioner of Buddhism. By the culmination of this presentation, you'll acquire a profound insight into the transformative potential of mindful speech, unlocking the gates to profound harmony and enduring happiness. The sage Gautama Buddha imparted upon us the wisdom of right speech, advocating communication that fosters peace, empathy, and benevolence. Indeed, our words wield immense power, sculpting the contours of our relationships and shaping our internal landscape. When we exercise discernment in our verbal expressions, we mitigate needless conflicts, sculpting an atmosphere conducive to tranquility. Conversely, engaging in discussions revolving around sensitive subjects can sow seeds of discord and fracture the fabric of our connections. Thus, it becomes imperative to exercise vigilance in our choice of topics, steering clear of conversational landmines that threaten to detonate harmony. Throughout this discourse, we shall dissect 11 specific subjects that merit avoidance, fostering inner serenity and nurturing personal growth. These topics encompass gossiping, complaining, critiquing others, flaunting personal achievements, engaging in fruitless arguments, divulging intimate problems, propagating negativity, broaching sensitive matters in public forums, projecting future plans prematurely, passing judgment on others, and indulging in self-deprecation. Each of these conversational minefields possesses the potential to disrupt our equilibrium and impede our journey towards self-actualization. By delving into the underlying rationale behind steering clear of these subjects, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions regarding our verbal expressions, thereby uplifting not only our own spirits, but also those within our sphere of influence. Abstaining from these conversational pitfalls transcends mere avoidance of trouble. It's a testament to our commitment to craft a life centered around authenticity and mindful engagement. When we refrain from gossip, we spare others the sting of baseless rumors and shield ourselves from perpetuating falsehoods. By forsaking the habit of incessant complaining, we cultivate a mindset attuned to gratitude, amplifying our appreciation for life's myriad blessings. Critique, when wielded with empathy, can foster growth, yet unwarranted criticism corrodes the very fabric of trust and mutual respect within relationships. Eschewing the temptation to boast engenders humility, allowing us to bask in the glow of collective achievements. The decision to abstain from futile arguments serves as a testament to our commitment to preserving mental tranquility and fortifying the bonds of camaraderie. Privately navigating personal tribulations affords us the space to seek solace and resolution without burdening others with our strife. In essence, by embracing the principles of mindful speech and exercising restraint in our verbal expressions, we pave the way for a life imbued with purpose, compassion, and profound serenity. For deeper insights and practical guidance on leading a mindful and enriching life, let's delve into the specifics of topics to avoid discussing and explore how we can nurture a more serene and harmonious existence through mindful speech. Number 1. Gossiping. Gossiping, an activity many of us engage in almost reflexively, often without pondering its consequences. We may share tidbits about others out of sheer interest or because it appears harmless, but in reality, gossip can inflict genuine harm. Like wildfire, gossip spreads swiftly, mutating along its path, leading to misconceptions and wounded sentiments. Consider for a moment how it would feel to stumble upon a false rumor circulating about yourself. The sting of such an experience is testament to the potent impact of gossip. The teachings of Buddha extol the virtues of right speech, advocating communication that nurtures peace and mutual comprehension. Gossip, however, stands in stark contrast to these principles, igniting strife and sowing discord. While the act of gossiping might momentarily titillate, it often leaves us grappling with a sense of guilt and disquietude. Moreover, gossip erodes the very foundation of trust within relationships, prompting doubts and suspicions regarding our loyalty. Trust, once fractured, is arduous to mend. A key step in thwarting the impulse to gossip lies in cultivating mindfulness in our speech. By exercising vigilance over our words, we can preemptively assess their veracity, necessity, and kindness. If any of these criteria are not met, silence proves the wiser choice. Mindfulness serves as our guiding light, enabling us to pause and reflect before potentially causing harm. Instead of succumbing to the allure of gossip, we can redirect our focus towards articulating positive affirmations about others. Celebrating their triumphs and sharing in their joys fosters a culture of support and camaraderie within our communities. Moreover, when confronted with gossip in our midst, we possess the agency to pivot the conversation towards more uplifting topics, thereby demonstrating our commitment to fostering an environment of kindness and respect. Harnessing the power of mindfulness and meditation serves as a formidable bulwark against the temptation to gossip. Through quieting our minds, we cultivate heightened awareness of our thoughts and words, empowering us to wield them with greater wisdom and compassion. Real-life anecdotes underscore the transformative potential of mindfulness. Consider the tale of a woman who, upon recognizing the deleterious effects of her gossip, embarked on a journey of introspection and growth. Her narrative serves as a poignant reminder of the profound impact of mindful speech in sculpting our interpersonal dynamics and nurturing a culture of empathy and understanding. She resolved to embark on a week-long vow of silence. During this period of profound introspection, she marveled at the newfound tranquility permeating her existence and the tangible improvements in her relationships. This poignant experience underscores the transformative potential of disciplined speech in fostering harmony and enriching our lives. As Buddha aptly articulated, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace," serving as a poignant reminder of the profound impact our words wield in sculpting our reality. Let us pledge to harness the power of our speech as a force for unity and compassion, eschewing gossip to shield not only others, but also ourselves from the corrosive effects of negativity and discord. Number 2. Complaining. Complaining, a habit ingrained within many of us, often unfolds unconsciously, yet its repercussions are far-reaching. While it may appear to offer a momentary release, the act of complaining invariably exacerbates our woes, amplifying the very negativity we seek to alleviate. Buddha's teachings underscore the paramount importance of maintaining a positive outlook, recognizing that our thoughts and words serve as architects of our reality. When we succumb to the allure of incessant complaint, we engender an atmosphere steeped in negativity, corroding our mental well-being and casting a pall over the spirits of those around us. The pervasive cloud of negativity wrought by constant complaints not only imperils our own mental health, precipitating feelings of anxiety and despondency, but also inflicts collateral damage upon our interpersonal relationships. Loved ones may find themselves unwitting casualties of our incessant grievances, compelled to navigate the murky waters of our discontent. To break free from the shackles of complaint, we must cultivate mindfulness in our thoughts and words, vigilantly monitoring the impulse to vocalize grievances. By pausing to reflect and consciously redirecting our focus towards the positive, we effectuate a profound shift in our emotional landscape, fostering an environment conducive to joy and gratitude. Indeed, cultivating a spirit of gratitude emerges as a potent antidote to the insidious grip of complaint. By attuning our consciousness to the myriad blessings bestowed upon us, we transmute our perspective from one mired in despair to one suffused with appreciation and abundance. Maintaining a gratitude journal, wherein we document moments of thankfulness each day, serves as a tangible manifestation of our commitment to embracing positivity and cultivating a life imbued with contentment. Staying positive through this straightforward practice can significantly enhance our happiness. Consider the tale of a man who perpetually bemoaned his job. Determined to shift his perspective, he made a conscious effort to highlight the positives, such as his amiable colleagues and the sense of fulfillment derived from his work. With time, his demeanor underwent a remarkable transformation, imbuing him with a newfound sense of contentment and joy. This narrative serves as a poignant testament to the transformative power of accentuating the positive over dwelling on the negative. Echoing this sentiment, Buddha exhorted us to embrace a spirit of gratitude, recognizing that even amidst life's trials, there exists cause for thankfulness. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we transcend the temptation to incessantly complain, redirecting our focus towards the abundance of blessings enveloping our lives. Another effective strategy to curb the impulse to complain involves reframing our perspective. Rather than perceiving challenges as insurmountable obstacles, we approach them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. This shift in mindset empowers us to confront adversity with resilience and optimism, rather than succumbing to despair and despondency. In essence, the habit of complaining fosters a negative atmosphere that corrodes our mental well-being and strains our relationships. Yet, through the practice of mindfulness, gratitude, and positive thinking, we can liberate ourselves from the shackles of complaint, fostering an environment teeming with optimism and goodwill. Let us pledge to cultivate a consciousness attuned to the myriad blessings surrounding us and endeavor to spread positivity through our words and actions. And if the wisdom imparted resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Number 3. Criticizing others. Criticizing others, though often well-intentioned, can insidiously infiltrate our daily discourse, leaving in its wake a trail of discord and hurt feelings. Despite our purported aim to offer constructive feedback, criticism frequently serves to exacerbate wounds rather than facilitate growth. This propensity to critique others stems from our own insecurities and the misguided belief that tearing down others elevates our own stature. However, such behavior merely perpetuates a cycle of negativity, eroding the fabric of trust and understanding within our relationships. In alignment with Buddha's teachings, we are urged to embody compassion and empathy, recognizing that each individual navigates their own journey fraught with challenges and imperfections. Rather than fixating on the faults of others, we are encouraged to engage in introspection, scrutinizing our own actions and intentions. By fostering an environment characterized by acceptance and appreciation, we nurture bonds of mutual respect and understanding, fostering an atmosphere conducive to growth and mutual upliftment. To refrain from criticizing others demands a concerted effort to cultivate empathy and humility within ourselves. Instead of wielding judgment as a weapon, let us extend a hand of compassion, seeking to uplift and empower rather than belittle and condemn. By celebrating the inherent goodness in others, we break free from the confines of negativity, forging pathways towards deeper connections and shared understanding. To curb the impulse to criticize, we must cultivate mindfulness in our thoughts and words. When the urge to critique arises, it's imperative to pause and delve into the underlying reasons driving this inclination. Are we projecting our own insecurities onto others, or are we seeking to assert our superiority? By interrogating the root of our criticism, we initiate the process of behavioral transformation. Empathy emerges as a potent antidote to criticism, enabling us to perceive situations from alternate vantage points and empathize with others' perspectives and challenges. This shift in perception fosters an environment of understanding and support, diminishing the propensity to judge and condemn. For instance, instead of admonishing a colleague for an error, we extend a helping hand, drawing from our own experiences to offer guidance and encouragement. Consider the story of a man who, entrenched in a pattern of relentless criticism towards his spouse, recognized the deleterious impact of his behavior on their relationship. Through a conscious commitment to empathy and understanding, their bond flourished, paving the way for a more loving and supportive dynamic. This narrative underscores the transformative potential of adopting a compassionate approach in fostering healthier interpersonal connections. Buddha's admonition against judgment serves as a poignant reminder of our shared humanity and inherent imperfections. Rather than fixating on the flaws of others, we are urged to focus on our own journey of growth and self-improvement, thereby fostering an environment of acceptance and mutual growth. Engaging in self-reflection serves as another valuable tool in mitigating the propensity to criticize. By scrutinizing our own actions and thoughts, we cultivate humility and empathy, thereby diminishing the compulsion to cast aspersions on others. Moreover, employing positive reinforcement proves instrumental in nurturing a culture of encouragement and affirmation. Instead of fixating on shortcomings, we celebrate achievements and progress, buoying individuals' confidence and fostering a spirit of collaboration and support. In conclusion, the habit of criticizing others engenders discord and negativity within our relationships. Through the cultivation of mindfulness, empathy, self-reflection, and positive reinforcement, we can attenuate our tendency to criticize, fostering an environment characterized by mutual respect and support. Let's make a commitment to shift our focus towards recognizing the inherent goodness in others and offering support rather than succumbing to criticism. Number 4. Bragging. Bragging, often indulged in without much thought, stems from a natural desire to share our achievements and bask in our accomplishments. However, the act of boasting can evoke feelings of inadequacy or resentment in others, thereby tarnishing our relationships and fostering a negative atmosphere. Instead of drawing people closer, excessive bragging may inadvertently drive them away. Buddha's teachings extol the virtues of humility and modesty, emphasizing that genuine happiness emanates from an internal locus rather than external validation. When we become consumed by the need to boast, we lose sight of the intrinsic value of our experiences and the joy derived from within. To curb the impulse to brag, we must exercise mindfulness in our speech, discerning whether our words serve a purpose, offer assistance, or emanate kindness. If our self-expression fails to meet these criteria, silence or expressions of appreciation towards others prove more conducive to fostering genuine connections. Cultivating a spirit of gratitude serves as a potent antidote to the urge to brag. By acknowledging the contributions of others to our success and expressing gratitude for their support, we foster humility and appreciation, thereby diminishing the need for self-aggrandizement. Consider the tale of a man who, habitually boasting about his professional accomplishments, found himself alienating his colleagues. Recognizing the negative impact of his behavior, he pivoted towards acknowledging his team's efforts and sharing the limelight with them. Through this shift in perspective, his relationships flourished, imbuing his workplace with a more positive and supportive ethos. Indeed, relinquishing the compulsion to boast liberates us from the shackles of ego and external validation, paving the way for inner peace and contentment. By living in the present moment and engaging in acts of kindness, we redirect our focus towards meaningful endeavors that transcend the need for self-promotion. When we extend a helping hand to others without expecting acknowledgement, we tap into the intrinsic joy of giving. Engaging in acts of altruism, such as volunteering or aiding a friend in need, elicits a profound sense of fulfillment, far surpassing the fleeting satisfaction derived from bragging. Self-reflection serves as another potent tool in our journey towards humility and self-awareness. By introspecting on our actions and motivations, we unravel the roots of our tendency to boast, thereby fostering a deeper sense of humility and introspection within ourselves. In conclusion, the habit of bragging not only fosters a negative atmosphere, but also jeopardizes our relationships. Through the cultivation of mindfulness, gratitude, humility, and self-reflection, we can transcend the allure of self-promotion, fostering an environment characterized by authenticity and mutual respect. Let us find joy in our hearts and celebrate the accomplishments of others, thereby nurturing unity and peace within our communities. Number 5. Arguing. Arguing, a ubiquitous facet of human interaction, often masquerades as a means to assert our viewpoints or emerge victorious in a debate. However, the repercussions of such contentious exchanges extend far beyond mere disagreement, fracturing bonds and engendering hurt feelings. Rather than fostering understanding, arguments frequently exacerbate tensions, leaving us feeling more divided than before. Buddha's teachings underscore the paramount importance of harmony and peace, emphasizing that true understanding emanates from active listening rather than contentious debate. When we engage in argumentation, we risk stifling dialogue and relegating the perspectives of others to mere background noise. To circumvent this pitfall, we must cultivate the art of active listening, attentively absorbing the viewpoints of others and responding with empathy. Maintaining composure and patience proves instrumental in diffusing conflicts before they escalate. When confronted with rising anger, a deep breath serves as a potent tool for restoring equanimity, affording us a moment of clarity amidst turmoil. By remaining composed, we enhance our capacity for effective communication and preserve the tranquility of the exchange. Furthermore, embracing the principle of agreeing to disagree fosters an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Rather than engaging in futile attempts to impose our viewpoints, we acknowledge the validity of differing perspectives and pivot towards areas of common ground. This practice not only honors the autonomy of others, but also cultivates an atmosphere conducive to harmony and collaboration. Consider the tale of two friends embroiled in heated political debates that threatened to erode their bond. Recognizing the corrosive impact of their disagreements, they opted to steer clear of contentious topics, focusing instead on shared interests. This decision heralded a newfound closeness, underscoring the transformative potential of prioritizing harmony over the pursuit of ideological victories. This illustrates the wisdom in occasionally sidestepping contentious topics to safeguard our relationships. Buddha's timeless aphorism, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace," serves as a poignant reminder of the paramount value of peaceful communication over the pursuit of victory in arguments. By exercising discernment in our choice of words, We fortify the foundation of our relationships, fostering bonds characterized by understanding and mutual respect. Moreover, practicing empathy emerges as a powerful deterrent to arguments. By empathizing with the perspectives and emotions of others, we cultivate a deeper appreciation for their viewpoints, diminishing the likelihood of contentious disputes and fostering a spirit of collaboration. Another strategy to circumvent arguments involves prioritizing solutions over grievances. Rather than fixating on the problems at hand, we collaborate to identify mutually beneficial resolutions, thereby nurturing trust and cooperation within our relationships. Self-reflection serves as a potent tool in our arsenal for managing conflicts. By introspecting on the triggers of our anger and addressing them proactively, we cultivate a sense of calm and equanimity, thereby averting unnecessary disputes. In conclusion, arguments have the potential to strain our relationships and sow discord within our communities. However, by embracing the principles of active listening, composure, empathy, and collaborative problem-solving, we can mitigate conflicts and foster environments characterized by harmony and understanding. Let us pledge to employ our words as instruments of harmony and understanding, thereby contributing to the creation of a more peaceful world for ourselves and those around us. Number 6. Talking about personal problems. Engaging in discussions about personal problems is a common practice, often serving as a means to seek solace or guidance from friends and family. While it is essential to have a support system, incessantly dwelling on our issues can yield detrimental effects. Excessive rumination on our problems can exacerbate negative emotions and impede our ability to identify constructive solutions. Moreover, incessantly burdening others with our woes can strain our relationships and foster an atmosphere of undue tension. Buddha's teachings underscore the intrinsic value of inner peace and self-reflection in navigating life's challenges. True solutions, he believed, emanate from within, necessitating periods of introspection and contemplation. Instead of incessantly seeking external validation, we are encouraged to embark on a journey of self-discovery, probing the depths of our inner being for insights and guidance. One effective strategy for managing our personal problems without constantly discussing them is to embrace mindfulness. Mindfulness empowers us to remain anchored in the present moment, attuned to our thoughts and emotions. By dedicating a few moments each day to meditation, we can cultivate mental clarity and alleviate the burden of excessive rumination. This practice serves as a potent antidote to the stress and anxiety stemming from incessant overthinking. Another practical technique is to impose boundaries on the time allocated for discussing our problems. By designating a specific window each day to address our concerns, we prevent them from encroaching upon every conversation. For instance, committing to a brief 10-minute session dedicated solely to problem-solving enables us to channel our focus towards identifying solutions and embracing the positive aspects of our lives throughout the remainder of the day. Consider the narrative of a woman who, habitually airing her grievances to her friends, found herself alienating them due to the overwhelming nature of her constant complaints. Recognizing the strain her behavior placed on her relationships, she opted to journal her thoughts and emotions instead. This shift in approach allowed her to process her feelings independently, fostering a newfound sense of peace and alleviating the burden on her social circle. Buddha's timeless wisdom, "Peace comes from within, do not seek it without," underscores the intrinsic locus of tranquility and solutions within ourselves. By dedicating time to introspection and meditation, we unearth clarity and serenity amidst life's tumult. Moreover, cultivating an attitude of gratitude serves as a potent catalyst for reframing our perspective, shifting our focus from problems to blessings. Maintaining a gratitude journal enables us to cultivate a mindset rooted in abundance and resilience, thereby fortifying our resolve in the face of adversity. In essence, adopting alternative approaches to problem-solving empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. By embracing mindfulness, setting boundaries, journaling, and cultivating gratitude, we foster a sense of inner peace and clarity that transcends the vicissitudes of external circumstances. One effective avenue for addressing personal problems is to seek professional help when necessary. Consulting with a therapist or counselor can offer invaluable support and guidance without burdening our friends and family. These professionals are equipped with the expertise to help us navigate our challenges and cultivate healthy coping mechanisms. Additionally, cultivating healthy outlets for stress and anxiety, such as exercise, hobbies, and spending time in nature, can provide much-needed respite from our problems and promote a sense of balance and well-being. In conclusion, while discussing personal problems can serve as a means of seeking support, it's essential to employ a balanced approach. By practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, seeking professional help, and nurturing healthy coping mechanisms, we can effectively manage our challenges and cultivate a more positive and fulfilling life. Let us commit to finding peace within ourselves and focusing on constructive solutions rather than dwelling incessantly on our issues. This approach not only fosters more positive and supportive relationships, but also cultivates a happier, more balanced existence. Number 7. Spreading negativity. Spreading negativity is a tendency that many of us may inadvertently engage in, whether through complaints, criticisms, or discussions of unfavorable events. However, this propagation of pessimism can have far-reaching consequences, casting a pall over the mood and well-being of those around us. By fixating excessively on negative aspects, we risk fostering a gloomy atmosphere detrimental to our mental health and relationships. Buddha's teachings underscore the transformative power of maintaining a positive mindset. He posited that our thoughts and words shape our reality, highlighting the importance of cultivating optimism and resilience. Rather than dwelling on what is wrong, we are encouraged to shift our focus towards identifying solutions and fostering a sense of empowerment. One effective strategy for curbing the spread of negativity is to cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness enables us to heighten our awareness of our thoughts and words, empowering us to discern and mitigate negative expressions. By consciously monitoring our speech and reframing our perspective, we can mitigate the inadvertent dissemination of pessimism. Moreover, fostering an environment of positivity entails actively seeking out and amplifying uplifting experiences and narratives. By consciously redirecting our attention towards what is right and seeking opportunities to effect positive change, we contribute to the cultivation of a more optimistic and supportive community. In essence, by embracing mindfulness and consciously cultivating positivity, we can mitigate the spread of negativity and foster a more uplifting and harmonious environment for ourselves and those around us. Let us commit to nurturing a culture of optimism and resilience, thereby contributing to the collective well-being of our communities. We possess the power to intercept negativity before it spreads, opting instead to infuse our interactions with positivity. This simple shift in perspective holds the potential to significantly uplift both our own mood and the spirits of those around us. Embracing gratitude serves as another potent antidote to negativity. By directing our attention towards the myriad blessings in our lives, we recalibrate our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Maintaining a gratitude journal, wherein we document moments of thankfulness each day, fosters a sustained sense of positivity and enhances our overall well-being. Consider the tale of a man entrenched in negativity, whose penchant for complaint and pessimism repelled those around him. Recognizing the toll his negativity exacted on his relationships, he embarked on a journey of gratitude and mindfulness. Over time, his outlook underwent a profound transformation, catalyzing a shift towards greater positivity and fostering deeper connections with others. This narrative underscores the transformative power of cultivating a positive mindset. Buddha's timeless injunction to radiate boundless love towards the entire world serves as a poignant reminder of the profound impact of kindness and positivity. By consciously choosing to speak words of kindness and encouragement, we contribute to the creation of a more nurturing and supportive environment, wherein relationships flourish and bonds strengthen. Additionally, practicing empathy enables us to transcend the barriers of negativity, fostering understanding and solidarity in the face of adversity. Another effective strategy for curbing the spread of negativity involves adopting a solutions-oriented mindset. Rather than succumbing to the allure of complaint, we collaborate with others to identify constructive solutions to challenges, thereby fostering trust and cooperation. Furthermore, self-reflection empowers us to recognize and rectify patterns of negativity within ourselves, enhancing our awareness of the impact of our actions on others. Engaging in activities that bring us joy serves as a potent antidote to negativity, imbuing our lives with a sense of fulfillment and contentment. Whether through hobbies, exercise, or quality time spent with loved ones, these pursuits nourish our spirits and diminish the grip of negativity on our psyche. In essence, by embracing gratitude, empathy, and a solutions-oriented mindset, we can counteract the insidious spread of negativity and foster environments characterized by positivity and resilience. Let us commit to cultivating a culture of kindness and compassion, thereby enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Finding joy in our daily lives can indeed serve as a powerful antidote to negativity, fortifying our resilience and fostering a positive outlook. In conclusion, the propagation of negativity can engender a deleterious atmosphere and strain our relationships. However, by embracing mindfulness, gratitude, empathy, self-reflection, and a solutions-oriented mindset, we can mitigate our propensity to spread negativity and cultivate a more uplifting environment. Let us commit to spreading positivity and love, thereby contributing to the creation of a more joyful and supportive world for ourselves and those around us. Number 8. Discussing sensitive topics in public. Delving into sensitive topics in public forums can often prove to be a precarious endeavor, fraught with the potential for misunderstandings and conflicts. Issues such as politics, religion, and personal beliefs inherently evoke strong emotions, rendering them susceptible to inciting discord when broached in a public setting. Buddha's teachings emphasize the paramount importance of respectful discourse rooted in the principles of peace and understanding. Approaching sensitive topics with reverence and an open mind is essential, necessitating a willingness to listen to divergent perspectives and express our own views without hostility. One effective strategy for navigating sensitive discussions is to tailor our approach to suit the context and composition of our audience. Understanding the composition of our audience enables us to discern how our words may be received, facilitating a more tactful and considerate discourse. For instance, engaging in a nuanced discussion of a contentious political issue may be appropriate among like-minded friends, but could potentially provoke conflict in a diverse group setting. Furthermore, exercising discernment in our choice of words prior to speaking is imperative. Adhering to the criteria of truth, necessity, and kindness enables us to refrain from utterances that may be hurtful or divisive, fostering a climate of mutual respect and understanding. Mindfulness serves as a guiding light in this endeavor, heightening our awareness of our thoughts and emotions and facilitating conscious communication. Consider the anecdote of an individual who, habitually embroiled in political debates at social gatherings, opted to abstain from such discussions and pivot towards more neutral topics. This strategic shift culminated in more harmonious interactions and fortified relationships, underscoring the value of exercising discretion in navigating sensitive conversations. In accordance with Buddha's wisdom, prioritizing peaceful communication over the pursuit of victory underscores the transformative potential of mindful dialogue. Embracing empathy enables us to transcend ideological divides, fostering a climate of mutual understanding and respect. Rather than engaging in contentious debates, we are encouraged to listen attentively and seek to comprehend the perspectives of others, thereby cultivating an environment conducive to harmonious discourse and mutual growth. In essence, by approaching sensitive topics with sensitivity and mindfulness, we can foster a culture of respectful dialogue and mutual understanding. Let us heed Buddha's timeless admonition to prioritize peace over polemics, thereby nurturing relationships grounded in empathy and respect. Another approach to handling sensitive topics is to embrace the notion of agreeing to disagree. Recognizing that divergence of opinions is inevitable, we can refrain from attempting to alter someone else's perspective and instead acknowledge their viewpoint with respect, allowing us to gracefully move forward without unnecessary conflict. Focusing on common ground can also serve as a unifying force, even amidst disagreement on sensitive issues. Identifying shared values or objectives fosters a sense of connection and diminishes tension. For instance, despite discord on a political matter, parties may still find alignment in the shared commitment to altruistic endeavors. Self-reflection emerges as a potent tool in navigating sensitive conversations. By introspectively examining our own convictions and considering how our words may impact others, we cultivate greater sensitivity and mindfulness in our interactions. Engaging in positive activities further diminishes the impulse to broach sensitive topics, redirecting our focus towards pursuits that uplift and inspire us. In conclusion, while discussing sensitive topics in public settings can be fraught with pitfalls, practicing respectful discourse, empathy, mindfulness, and a focus on common ground empowers us to navigate such discussions with grace and efficacy. Let us pledge to foster peace and understanding in our conversations, thereby contributing to the cultivation of a more positive and respectful world for all. Number 9. Talking about future plans. Sharing our aspirations and ambitions with loved ones is a common practice, fueling excitement and motivation. However, incessantly discussing future plans can inadvertently introduce pressure, anxiety, and unwarranted critique. Buddha's teachings underscore the value of embracing the present moment, cautioning against fixating excessively on the future to the detriment of our present experiences. One strategy for managing future plans is to maintain privacy regarding them until they materialize into tangible progress. Keeping our aspirations guarded allows us the freedom to pursue them without external scrutiny or distraction, fostering an environment conducive to adaptability and growth. Additionally, breaking down overarching goals into smaller, actionable steps facilitates a sense of achievability and keeps us anchored in the present moment. Consider the narrative of a young woman fervently vocalizing her ambition to launch a business to all who would listen, yet failing to translate her aspirations into concrete actions. This anecdote underscores the importance of aligning our words with intentional, purposeful actions to manifest our dreams into reality. Eventually, she realized that all the talking was giving her a false sense of accomplishment. She decided to stop talking and start doing. By focusing on small daily actions, she finally opened her business and achieved her dream. This story shows that actions speak louder than words. Buddha said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." This reminds us that the present is where we have the power to make changes. By staying focused on the present, we can work more effectively toward our goals. Practicing mindfulness can also help us stay present. By meditating and paying attention to our thoughts and feelings, we can reduce anxiety about the future and stay focused on what we can do now. Mindfulness helps us appreciate the journey, not just the destination. Another way to manage our future plans is to set realistic expectations. It's good to have big dreams, but we should also be realistic about the time and effort they will take. Setting achievable goals helps us stay motivated and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Seeking advice from trusted mentors or friends can be helpful, but it's important to choose the right people. We should seek advice from those who understand our goals and can provide constructive feedback. This helps us stay on track without being discouraged by negative opinions. Balancing our plans with flexibility is also crucial. Sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's okay. Being open to change and willing to adapt can help us stay positive and resilient. Engaging in activities that bring us joy and relaxation can also reduce the stress of planning for the future. When we take breaks and enjoy the present, we recharge and become more focused and productive. In conclusion, talking about future plans can sometimes create pressure and anxiety. By keeping our plans private, focusing on the present, setting realistic goals, seeking the right advice, and staying flexible, we can work toward our dreams more effectively. Let's commit to living in the present and taking mindful steps toward our future, creating a balanced and fulfilling life. Number 10. Judging others. Judging others is a habit that many of us fall into. We might judge people based on their actions, appearance, or beliefs. This can create barriers between us and lead to misunderstandings. Judging others often comes from a place of insecurity or a lack of understanding. When we judge, we miss the opportunity to connect with and learn from each other. Buddha taught us the importance of compassion and non-judgment. He believed that we should look within ourselves before judging others. Everyone has their own struggles and challenges that we might not see. By practicing compassion, we can understand others better and build more positive relationships. One way to stop judging others is to become more aware of our thoughts. When we notice ourselves judging someone, we can pause and reflect on why we feel this way. Are we projecting our own insecurities? Are we making assumptions without knowing the full story? By questioning our judgments, we can start to change our thinking. Practicing empathy is another powerful tool. By putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, we can understand their feelings and experiences. This makes us less likely to judge and more likely to offer support. For example, if we see someone struggling, instead of judging them, we can try to understand what they might be going through and how we can help. There's a story about a man who always judged his co-worker for being late. He thought she was lazy and irresponsible. One day he learned that she was caring for a sick parent and was struggling to balance work and home life. Realizing this, he felt ashamed of his judgments and decided to offer his support instead. This story shows that understanding someone's situation can change our perspective. Buddha said, "Do not judge others, or you too will be judged." This reminds us that we all have our flaws and challenges. By focusing on our own growth and improvement, we can create a more positive and accepting environment. Another technique to reduce judgment is to practice self-reflection. When we reflect on our own actions and thoughts, we become more aware of our own flaws. This helps us develop humility and compassion for others. We realize that we are all imperfect and that judging others does not help us grow. Focusing on positive qualities can also help. Instead of looking for faults in others, we can look for their strengths and good qualities. This shift in focus helps us appreciate people more and build stronger connections. For example, if a friend makes a mistake, we can acknowledge their efforts and offer encouragement instead of criticism. Mindfulness can also play a significant role in reducing judgment. By staying present and aware, we can catch ourselves before making judgments and choose a more compassionate response. Mindfulness helps us see people as they are, without the filter of our biases and assumptions. Another way to avoid judging others is to seek understanding. When we encounter someone different from us, we can ask questions and listen to their stories. This helps us learn about their experiences and perspectives, reducing our tendency to judge. In conclusion, judging others can create barriers and harm our relationships. By practicing awareness, empathy, self-reflection, focusing on positive qualities, and seeking understanding, we can cultivate a more compassionate and accepting attitude towards others. Self-deprecation is when we put ourselves down or speak negatively about our abilities and accomplishments. While being humble is good, constantly criticizing ourselves can be harmful. It can lower our self-esteem, make us feel unworthy, and stop us from reaching our full potential. Self-deprecation can also affect how others see us and how they treat us. Buddha taught us the importance of self-compassion and self-worth. He believed that recognizing our own value is essential for our well-being. When we constantly put ourselves down, we are not honoring our true nature and potential. Instead, we should practice self-love and acknowledge our strengths and achievements. One way to overcome self-deprecation is to practice positive self-talk. Instead of focusing on our flaws and mistakes, we can remind ourselves of our strengths and successes. This shift in thinking can help build our self-esteem and confidence. For example, if we make a mistake at work, we can remind ourselves of the times we did well and the skills we have. Practicing gratitude can also help. By focusing on the things we are thankful for, we can shift our mindset from negative to positive. Keeping a gratitude journal where we write down things we appreciate about ourselves and our lives can help reinforce this positive outlook. There's a story about a woman who constantly criticized herself. She felt she was not good enough at her job and that she was failing as a mother. Her negative self-talk affected her relationships and her happiness. One day, she decided to change her approach. She started to write down 3 things she liked about herself each day. Over time, she noticed a change in her attitude and self-esteem. She felt more confident and happier, and her relationships improved. This story shows the power of positive self-talk and gratitude. Buddha said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." This reminds us that self-love is crucial. By treating ourselves with kindness and respect, we can improve our well-being and relationships. Another technique to overcome self-deprecation is to set realistic goals. By setting achievable goals and celebrating our progress, we can build our confidence and reduce negative self-talk. This helps us focus on our strengths and accomplishments rather than our perceived failures. Seeking support from others can also be beneficial. Talking to friends, family, or a therapist can provide us with encouragement and perspective. Sometimes, hearing positive feedback from others can help us see our own worth more clearly. Engaging in activities that we enjoy and excel at can also boost our self-esteem. When we do things that make us feel good and showcase our talents, we can feel more confident and less likely to put ourselves down. Mindfulness can play a significant role in reducing self-deprecation. By staying present and aware, we can catch negative self-talk and choose a more compassionate response. Mindfulness helps us see ourselves without judgment and appreciate our true nature. Another way to overcome self-deprecation is to practice self-care. Taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being can help us feel better about ourselves. Whether it's through exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones, self-care can improve our self-esteem and happiness. In conclusion, self-deprecation can harm our self-esteem and well-being. By practicing positive self-talk, gratitude, setting realistic goals, seeking support, engaging in enjoyable activities, and practicing mindfulness and self-care, we can overcome self-deprecation and build a more positive and confident self-image. Let's commit to treating ourselves with the love and respect we deserve, creating a happier and more fulfilling life. In conclusion, we have explored many important lessons together. We learned the value of keeping certain topics private to protect our peace and relationships. Gossiping, complaining, criticizing, bragging, arguing, and discussing personal problems can harm our connections with others and create negativity in our lives. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, empathy, and positive thinking, we can avoid these pitfalls and create a more harmonious environment. We also discussed the dangers of spreading negativity and how it affects our mood and those around us. By focusing on positive thoughts and words, we can lift ourselves and others up. Discussing sensitive topics in public can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts, but by practicing respect and empathy, we can handle these conversations with care. Talking about future plans too often can create pressure and anxiety. Instead, focusing on the present moment helps us stay grounded and make steady progress toward our goals. Judging others creates barriers and misunderstandings. Practicing empathy and understanding helps us build stronger, more positive relationships. Finally, we learned about the harm of self-deprecation. By practicing self-love, positive self-talk, and gratitude, we can build our confidence and well-being. Mindfulness and self-care are essential tools in this journey, helping us stay present and kind to ourselves. Buddha's teachings remind us to seek peace within and to spread kindness and understanding to others. By applying these lessons in our daily lives, we can create a more peaceful and fulfilling life for ourselves and those around us.